Welcome back. What's up, my Delilah survivors? First, this might be a two-parter because I want to explain that I have a very important political topic I want to talk about, and due to the fact that my last video can no longer be watched on TikTok that was political, I wish y'all just please go over to my YouTube channel because it's something I really am passionate about as far as I'm tired of politicians using black folks. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully they don't delete this thing because I'm gonna have a lot of work to do. As promised, here is the YSL trial drama. Now I thought that the whole YNW Melly double homicide was a circus with the man with the mask on his face. No, no, no. Ain't nothing beating this forever long trial. This trial has been over a year now. Judge, this guy right here that I didn't trust him to get. Him right here. Glanville. Judge removed from long-running gang and racketeering case against rapper Young Thug and others. His name is Judge Glanville. He had a meeting with prosecutors and a state witness. Another judge didn't fault him for that, but said recusal was necessary for public confidence. Now, okay, he was the one that had to recuse himself. Here's a lady who didn't want to do it. I gotta show you the other lady. I'll be darned. I can't even show you that woman. But, because it didn't pull up. The judge overseeing the long-running racketeering and gang prosecution against rapper Young Thug and others has been removed from the case after two defendants sought his recusal, citing a meeting the judge held with prosecutors and state witness. I wish I hope y'all seen that video where he's like, he's questioning Jeffrey. He don't want to be considered Young Thug all that much anymore. He asked his attorney, how you know about that? Who told you about that? He didn't deny it. He said, who told you about that? Hey, look at the smile. His smile looked crooked. So I'm actually kind of glad he's off. I'm glad he's gone. But, Fulton County Superior Court Chief Judge Earl Glanville had put the case in Atlanta on hold 2 weeks ago to give another judge a chance to review the defendant's motions for recusal. Judge Rachel Cross, which is the one I can't pull up, y'all. She's a white lady, blonde hair, because unfortunately my picture did not upload. But on Monday, granted those motions and ordered the clerk of court to assign the case to a different judge. Hold on, let me show you this person. So at one point we had this woman, right? While not faulting Glanville for holding the meeting and saying she has no doubt that Judge Glanville can and will continue proceeding fairly over this matter, lie, he would not. Cross wrote that the necessity of preserving the public's confidence in the judicial system weighs in favor of excusing Judge Glanville from the case. This ruling surely caused more delays in a trial that has already dragged on for over a year. Jury selection began in January 2023. 2023. That's over a year ago. And took nearly 10 months to do the jury selection. Opening statements were in November of 2023. And prosecution has been presenting its case since then, calling dozens of witnesses, including YSL Woody. Y'all. Young Thug, a Grammy winner whose given name is Jeffrey Williams, was charged 2 years ago in a sprawling indictment against him and more than 24 others of conspiring to violate Georgia's anti-racketeering law. He's also charged with gang, drug, and gun crimes, and is standing trial with 5 others indicted with him. Let's remember he had a whole lot of snitches, a whole lot of snitches, down to his family snitch. Lawyers for Young Thug and co-defendant Demonte Kendrick had filed motions seeking Glanville recusal. They said, let's go back to him real quick. They said the judge held a meeting with prosecutors and prosecution witness Kenneth Copeland, at which defendants and defense attorneys were not present. The defense attorneys argued the meeting was improper, which it was. and that the judge and prosecutors had tried to pressure the witness to testify. So apparently this person didn't want to testify. Glanville maintained that the meeting was proper and argued that no one gained a tactical advantage as a result. How will we know? The Office of Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, which is for prosecuting the case, had argued there was no need for Glanville to be recused. Of course she gonna say it because she was in on the meeting. Brian Steele, a lawyer for Young Thug, said in an email statement that his client is innocent and sought to clear his name through a fair trial. Sadly, Judge Glanville and the prosecutor have run afoul of their duties under the law, Steele said, and that that he is grateful for the recusal order and looks forward to proceeding with the trial judge who has fairly and faithfully followed the law. Kendrick's lawyer, Doug Weinstein, also applauded Monday's ruling. While I respect Chief Judge Glanville and his service to this community and the country, he still became biased over the course of this case. True. I witnessed that. He wrote in the email, he added that he looks forward to trying the case before an unbiased judge, but said the only just outcome at this point is mistrial and bond for Kendrick, who has been jailed for more than 2 years. A spokesperson for Willis' office declined to comment. The Associated Press has also reached out to Glanville for comment. I'm not going to comment. Cross wrote in her order that she agrees generally with Glanville's assessment of the purport of the meeting. Y'all know I said no word. That nothing about the meeting or what was discussed was inherently improper. She did write the meeting could have and perhaps should have been in open court. But when Glanville denied Kendrick's recusal motion in court, he provided context, questioned the veracity of allegations, and otherwise explained his decisions and actions and argued why those actions were proper. No, they weren't. Quoting case law, Cross wrote that when a judge discloses information relevant to his potential recusal, he must do so in a way that is objective, dispassionate, and non-argumentative. He was very argumentative when that guy brought it up, though, as possible, so that the judge is not reasonably perceived as a hostile witness or advocate. Young Thug has been wildly successful since the beginning. We really don't have to go on all that. But prosecutors say YSL also stands for Young Slime Life. Because, Thug says Young Stoner Life. Which that I do believe. I mean, both of them, really. I thought it was Young Stoner Life, but prosecution say it stands for Young Slime Life, which they allege is an Atlanta-based violent gang affiliated with the National Blood Gang and founded by Young Thug and 2 others in 2012. Prosecutors say people named in the indictment are responsible for violent crimes, including unalivenings, shootings, and carjackings to collect money for the gang, burnish its reputation, and expand its power and territory. Still acknowledge, y'all, I told you it's going to be a part 2. Be back. Alright, y'all, let's finish. Still acknowledged during his opening statement that his client's songs mentioned violent acts, including unaliveness, but he said that those are just artistic expressions drawn from his rough childhood and not a chronicle of his own activities. Okay, so that's the end of that article. But hold on, y'all, life is like. Now we have this judge, Judge Whitaker. Okay, so she signaled determination to proceed with trial. I thought she said she was there. Judge Whitaker made it clear from the beginning that she was there to move the case forward and she didn't plan to waste any time. But they said from her Instagram post that, from a Instagram post, it seems as though she is in some kind of relationship with a defendant or something like that. Or has a relationship with them. Okay, so Brittany Etney posted on Twitter. The status hearing for the YSL Young Thug trial under Fulton County Superior Court Judge Paige Whitaker has started. Reminder, she is now the third judge in the case after Judge Glanville was recused and Judge Judge Ingram recused herself. Judge Whitaker is asking all attorneys to provide an update on outstanding motions. She told Brian Steele there will be no substantive arguments today. She's basically getting looped in. Okay, I'm not reading Brittany, all your tweets. I'm not reading them all. Okay, so here we go. Boom. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. That's not the right woman. Okay, so I'm going to have to fix this. Okay, this judge, yeah, she recused herself for the, the relationship. The new judge, hold on, I'm going to have to show y'all the getaway. Oh, okay, so this is Judge Judge Ingram, who recused herself on Wednesday because her former deputy was arrested last year for being involved with an YSL defendant. So, swipe her out, right? We won't just go back to Doug. Alright, y'all. Is it recording? Oh, yeah. This is the new judge. That white lady right there that I was supposed to screenshot and didn't. She's the new judge. Okay, so judges are randomly assigned by the court. And I just showed y'all Judge Whitaker. Before the status hearing, it was expected that Judge Whitaker would discuss the next steps in trial that began approximately 18 months ago. During today's status hearing, after a round of introductions, Judge Whitaker began going over expectations with prosecutors from the Fulton County District Attorney's Office and defense attorneys. No defendants were in court for the status hearing. Judge Whitaker asked all the attorneys to provide updates on outstanding motions after Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, began discussing a motion related to witness testimony. Judge Whitaker told him that she was not going to hear any substantive where my arguments during today's proceeding, and asked him to submit a motion. A motion filed by Steele to have two of the prosecutors disqualified from the case. Adrian Love and Simone Hilton. He wants them out of there. Motion to disqualify lawyers Love and Hilton. She instructed all attorneys to file other motions by the end of next week, and she will try to address them by the week of July 29th. She said that she will also ask the former court reporter to work on submitting transcripts from previous proceedings. Don't do that to yourself, Judge Whitaker. Don't do that to yourself. YSL Woody was acting a fool on that stand. You heard me. Don't do it to yourself, Judge. Don't do it. Okay. Judge Whitaker also told the attorneys that she intended for court to start at 8:45 a.m. each day and end at 6 p.m., except on Fridays when court may only be in session for half of a day. The lawyers are expected to return to court on July 29th. The jury is not currently scheduled to return until August 5th. This is the longest trial I've ever. It has been reported that Young Thug's attorneys Brian Steele and Keith Adams have already filed a motion for mistrial, and other attorneys are expecting to do the same. Additionally, it is expected that some defense attorneys will file motions to have their clients reconsidered for bond. However, not all the defendants will be eligible because of the seriousness of the charges, including red room against them. I think that one cute guy. I think the dude who said, I think it's the one dude, his baby mama or somebody or his girlfriend or whoever told him over the phone, you better snitch on him. But even if he snitched, he wouldn't get out because he was already in for a red room charge. Prosecutors are trying to prove that Williams is the founder of the leader of the alleged gang Young Slime Life, or YSL, a crime street gang allegedly responsible for various crimes, including multiple aggravated assaults and at least 3 red rooms. Defense attorneys say that YSL stands for Young Stoner Life and is simply a record label. 28 individuals were originally indicted. 9 of those people have taken plea deals. 12 were severed and are still waiting to go to trial. And 5 are on trial with Williams. One other person was convicted of an unrelated red rum and is serving life in prison. So, it is what it is with him, Jay. Some people on social media are questioning Judge Whitaker's ability to be impartial. It appears at least 3 of the defense attorneys, Brian Steele, Bruce Harvey, and David Bites, host a re-election fundraiser for Judge Whitaker in 2022. Okay, here we go on Thugger Daily, on Twit, X, whatever. What's Judge Whitaker's reputation? That's who Woody just pled his last case with. Former head of appeals with DA's office. Fair, maybe. Lowest case count in the courthouse sufficient. Her re-election fundraiser was hosted by 3 defense attorneys in the case. Brian Steele, Bruce Harvey, and David Botts. And here's the proof. So once again, God dang it. So once again, we might be held up a little longer because here's the flyer, y'all. Y'all see that? That's the flyer. Boy, this. However, others are coming to the judge's defense, saying a fundraiser is not enough to force a recusal, and the judge is known for being fair and tough. Judge Whitaker previously recused herself from a high-profile red room case involving the red room of a jailed Fulton County inmate in 2021. At that time, she said that she did not believe any Fulton County judge should hear the case because of conflict of interest. Okay, I'm not reading all this. This is like basically talk about, you know what? We're going to make this a 3-parter because I want to see. I'm about to read the defendants who accepted the plea deal. Because I want to know all that is. Be back. Alright, y'all, just want to get my background because really, this is just the defendants who have accepted plea deals. Martinez Arnold, Duke, as they call him, I guess, negotiated a plea deal on December 16, 2022. 2022. Sentenced to 12 years, 2 years commuted to time served, 10 years on probation. So what? That means he's out, right? I guess. Pleaded guilty to conspiracy to violate RICO and participation in criminal street gang activity. Durante Beebe. B or B? I don't know. Baby, B? I don't know. Pled deal on November 3rd, 2023. Sentenced to 15 years, 5 years in jail, and 10 years on probation. Pleaded guilty to conspiracy to violate RICO, theft by receiving stolen property, 2 counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, participation in criminal street gang activity, armed robbery, reduced to robbery by force, and hijacking a motor vehicle in the 1st degree. Sounds like snitching to me. Sergio Kitchens, Gunner. Entered Alford plea on December 14, 2022. We all know about this. Sentenced to 5 years with 1 year commuted to time served, 4 years suspended. Yeah, that's why he's out on the street, y'all. Y'all still, he ain't about that life. And I even sent my kids a video where Young Thug was on $1 Million Worth of Game. I think that's what it's called. Like, it was like that podcast with Gilly and I can't think of the other guy's name. Where he was like, he can smell a rat a mile away. You will not catch him with a rat. Don't let that go over your head. Sorry, y'all. I have to tell y'all, life is always life. Okay, so now we on Wani Lee. Y'all give y'all kids some jacked up names. Slime Life Shawty. Entered Alfred plea on December 16th, 2022. Sentenced to 10 years, 1 year commuted to time served, 9 years on probation. Pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to violate RICO. So basically, him and Gunna, the same month, 2 days apart, pleaded guilty to the same thing and is out on the streets. Walter Murphy, BK, negotiated plea deal on December 13th, 2022. Sentenced to 10 years, 1 year commuted to time served, 9 years on probation. Pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to violate RICO. Okay, here's that one name I kept hearing. Oh my God. Shontavious Stevens, Tick or Slug. Negotiated plea deal on December 29th, 2022. Sentenced to 10 years, 2 years commuted to time served, 8 years on probation. Pleaded guilty to conspiracy to violate RICO. Because they wanted the big fish. They wanted that real big fish. They didn't want these guys. They wanted him. That's what they wanted. Antonio Sledge. Monk Tonk. And the crazy thing is, they did all these plea deals were done in December of 2022. Negotiated plea deal on December 28th, 2022. Sentenced to 15 years probation. Pleaded guilty to conspiracy to violate RICO and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Antonio Sumlin, Obama. Negotiated plea deal on December 22nd, 2022. Sentenced to 12 years, 2 years commuted to time served, 10 years probation. Pleaded guilty to violating RICO and 1 count of theft by receiving stolen property. Charges dropped. Cordarius Dorsey, Polo or Juicy, currently serving life in prison for the 2019 red rum of Suleiman Jala. I don't want to mess his band name up. Or his person's name up. And the 2020 red rum of Xavier Turner, previously charged with conspiracy to violate RICO and conspiracy to commit crime. Okay. So they only dropped his charges because he's already in there. He's already doing life. What's the point in him even being with this? But they also have some still on the run. I know that part. Still on the run. Justin Claude Doo-Wop has not been arrested. Charges 2 counts of conspiracy to violate RICO and the red rum of Donovan Thomas Jr. Charges 2 counts of conspiracy to violate RICO and red rum of Donovan Thomas Jr. Other defendants, I don't know if I'm going to read this because he got a whole, he got a whopper. This Christian Eppenpinger, Briss, I don't know. It's BH, maybe it's Briss, because you know how in a gang life, the blood and crip thing. Now, I'm a civilian, strictly civilian, but I do know from relationships, they change up the letters, so maybe that's supposed to be a C. Instead of a C, they put the B. His name is Christian. So, currently in Georgia State Prison serving time on previous charges. Current YSL status unknown. Charges: accused of shooting a police officer in February 2022. case severed after a deputy was arrested for having a relationship with Eppinger. Maybe that's that whole with that other judge and her thing go. I don't want to read. I'm not reading all that, y'all. Okay, hold on. Miles Farley. This the dude who baby mama was like snitch on him. Only defendant granted bond despite facing red room charge. Current YSL status unknown. Charges conspiracy to violate RICO. Red room. 2 counts of participation in criminal street gang activity. I think this is him. And possession of firearm during commission of a felony. I think that's that guy. I remember that Farley part. His nickname though is Sledo or Lil Miles. Jade Merritt, Set Trip or J-Man, currently serving life in prison without parole for the 2018 Red Rum of Christian Broder. YSL case status unknown. Oh, okay, so Farley's YSL case status is unknown. But he's out, right? So, I don't know. Charges... I don't know, y'all. I'm just keep coming up here telling y'all what's going on. At the end of the day, they don't care about... They might care about the dudes who committed red rums. If y'all don't know the movie, y'all Gen Zs if y'all don't know what red rum is. But they probably want them, the people who committed red rums, but the person they really, 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 really want is Thug. But that's all on me doing this case today. Y'all know I don't have no Diddy Chronicles, and I have not heard anything about the Gotti situation. But like I said, I do have something I want to talk about over on my YouTube channel that I can't on the other social media and that stuff. Maybe they might let me send out on a short or something. But just like water and the mother and son, I'm out of here, coach.